So you've been on contest prep, but maybe things didn't go as planned. When you know when it's time to push the gas pedal and keep prepping, or actually pull back, change your show date, and go to stage at a different time. That's what we're talking about today on First Callouts. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. You're on my show, First Callouts. Every Wednesday, I come right here, TeamFFLEX TV, and we talk about everything you need to do as a competitor to get yourself into that iconic First Callouts. Today, I want to break down exactly when to know if you should drop your show, reassess your schedule, maybe push your prep a little longer, or if it's time to keep the foot on the gas and just prep through if you went off track a little bit, all right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's 5 shows we got all week. Great content coming to you. All right, so here's the thing. Contest prep is always very calculated. It's always very planned. You know, you go into it with a diet that you're supposed to follow. You go into it with training. You're supposed to follow. You go into it with coaching. You're supposed to follow. You go into it with posing. You're supposed to follow. You have your entire structure and everything built around it for success. To go from where you are now to where you need to be on stage within whatever timeline it is, maybe 12 weeks, 16 weeks, sometimes different. But the point is, you had that path, that blueprint, in other words, to get you there. Here's the thing though. Sometimes things come up in life, right? Things that are totally not related to your prep sometimes come up and derail you off your prep. They literally take you off track, put you in a spot where it's not going to be, you know, your best physique on stage. There's all kinds of things that happen, you know? And sometimes competitors just straight up, they don't follow the plan. They end up going off the diet. They end up having a cheat day that was not planned. They end up missing some days in the gym or whatever has happened that caused them now to be off prep. The way you got to think about it is if you have this prep blueprint and this prep plan, right, really it requires 100% execution to make sure that you're going to hit that target date, that you're going to be on stage at your best physique, you know, with the best it could have been. You got to be able to follow that 100%. But what happens when you get derailed? Because it does happen. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. A lot of competitors, you know, it just happens. It's just life. It's the way it is. Sometimes people lose their job or they have some kind of family emergency or, you know, they end up stubbing their toe in the night and breaking their toe. This has happened like 10 times in my career, so I know that happens. But you know, it's just crazy that sometimes things come along and they derail you. And the question always comes up: do you continue through? Do you just push and you keep doing it and you get back on track and you know you bring your best? Or do you hang it up and you say, this is not the comp, I'm not going to do this show, I'm going to call it off and I'm going to look for a different one. And here's what I want to tell you. These both options are totally viable. Both of them are totally good. It depends on each person and what your goal is with competing, okay? So let's say, for example, a first-time competitor wants to go to show, something comes up, derails them a little bit, they had a few days off the diet, a few days off training, you know, whatever, and, you know, they kind of set themselves back. You know, they're weighing in, doing their pictures, clearly can see that progress was, you know, affected by whatever happened. Well, you can at that point as a competitor and as a coach, honestly, and this is what I do with my clients if this ever comes up, is I look and I see where they're at and I say, all right, here's where we're at. We can do X, Y, and Z. It's going to be harder now. It's going to require more. We might have to do, you know, some cardio now or be more aggressive on the macros or train a little bit longer or whatever. We can pull it off and you can go to stage. And, you know, if they feel good about that, you feel good about that as a coach, well, now you can go to stage and do that. Sometimes, though, you're playing in the game for bigger things like pro cards or pro shows. And if you get off track with something like that, you know, you're not a first timer, you're not a beginner, you're not just trying to get on stage, your goal isn't to just get there and, you know, do your best, obviously, but, you know, it's your first experience, your first rodeo. If you're in the advanced stages of trying to get a pro card or you are a pro and something goes off on prep, you are honestly 99% of the time better postponing your competition.
TeamFFLEX.com presents a revolution in the online competition coaching experience. Contest prep has been redefined. From anywhere around the world, at the touch of a button, your entire totally custom coaching experience built just for you. Constantly monitored and adapted by your own expert competition coach. The most complete competition coaching experience awaits you now. Go to TeamFFLEX.com and try it free.
because you're going to be at such a competitive level and be at such a high level that you got to just consider the fact that if you took some time off or something happened, or you were derailed in any way on that prep, it's going to be a lot harder to go there and be as competitive as you would have been. It's just like, a higher level, higher criteria, everything is higher level. So in a lot of ways, the way you think about your prep has to be a lot higher level too, and if you get derailed, a lot of times it's better to just kind of sit back and look back. However, it's not to say that you have to be a pro to decide to do that, to pull back. You could be a first timer and decide to do that. What you have to do as a person is really sit down with yourself, your goals, and think about what the timeline is, okay? Because a lot of times it's not about a specific stage, it's not about a specific show date, it's not about any of that. It's about just achieving the goal. In a lot of ways, you want to have the most enjoyable experience when you do a contest prep, right? You don't want to make it totally miserable, you don't want to hate it, you don't want to get to the point where you grind through it the entire way. You do the show and you're not even happy either way. Even if you win the show, I've seen where competitors, they grinded and were so miserable the whole prep they'll never compete again. They say that, and that does not happen on our team, but I've definitely heard that from other competitors. They had such bad experiences with preps that they just decided to never do it again. Your goal on prep should always be to enjoy the prep, enjoy the process, enjoy the results, enjoy all that. So really what you got to do is you got to sit back with yourself, kind of revisit your goals, think about where you want to go, think about where you should be, talk with your coach. If you got a good coach, they should be able to help you do this. I do this with athletes all the time, on both sides of this coin, helping them decide, all right, here's the next show we're going to do instead. I already got it for you. No worries. We're just shifting dates. We need a couple more weeks. No big deal, or that's really where we're at. So you want to make sure that you have somebody that can do that for you, good coaching, everything you need, all right? So hopefully this video was helpful to you today. Check out our free coaching trial at TeamFFLEX.com if you need any help with anything. I'm happy to give you feedback, anything else, and our coaching on the free trial is the same coaching we give all of our athletes and clients. You will love it. Go over there to our website. Thanks for watching. Coach Rye. Peace out.